Hello everyone, my name is Marcus G. Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The character, known by a single name, has been an invaluable asset to Firehouse 51 since the show's beginning. The firemen of Firehouse 51 and Chicago Fire are highly committed individuals who play a crucial role. Among these great firefighters, Randall Mouch McHolland, played by Christian Stolt, stands out as one of the most enthusiastic and dedicated. Mouch has consistently provided comedic relief in the NBC drama series Chicago Fire since its first episode, contributing to numerous high-stakes emergency situations. Mouch has been prominently showcased in more than 200 episodes of Chicago Fire and has also made multiple guest appearances on Chicago Med and Chicago PD, making him a beloved character among Chicago fans. Related. An enchanting chronicle of the enduring romance between Mouch and Platt, a prominent couple in Chicago. With his captivating charm and deep connections to both Trudy Platt from Chicago PD and his fellow firefighters, Mouch possesses an irresistible allure that inevitably leads to love. Continue reading to revisit the events that have transpired in the life of Randall Mouch McHolland, a prominent figure in Chicago Fire. What is the meaning of the term Mouch? Mouch's moniker was derived from his penchant for reclining and watching television on the station's couch, leading the firefighters of the 51 to mockingly suggest that he had transformed into a hybrid of a man and a couch. The moniker became ingrained, however. Be assured that Mouch is unequivocally one of the most diligent individuals the Chicago Fire Department has ever encountered, consistently demonstrating a willingness to surpass expectations when faced with critical circumstances. What occurred to Mouch during the onset of Chicago Fire? Mouch, who made his debut in the first episode of Chicago Fire, was regarded as one of the most experienced firemen at Firehouse 51. He was recognized for his optimistic attitude and humorous perspective on life. Mouch's amalgamation of empathy and expertise rendered him a highly regarded confidant to numerous coworkers. Although he had several acquaintances at the station, his unwavering and closest companion was Christopher Herman, a fellow veteran of Firehouse 51. In the first season of Chicago Fire, Mouch was an unmarried individual in search of romantic companionship. While he had managed to establish numerous friendships within the firehouse due to his charm and humor, he always struggled with social anxiety while interacting with women. Upon acquiring proficiency in the Japanese language, he initiated a romantic relationship with a Japanese woman named Mary, whom he encountered through online means. In the Season 1 conclusion, a hell of a ride, she visited him before returning home, but their relationship finally failed. Fortunately for Mouch, following numerous fruitless dates and failed connections, a shift in romantic prospects occurred in Season 2. Who is Mouch currently married to in the television series Chicago Fire? In the Season 2 finale of Chicago Fire, Real Never Waits, Mouch participated in Chief Wallace Bowden's, Eamon Walker, wedding, which turned out to be a significant evening for the unmarried firefighter. At the reception, Mouch encountered Trudy Platt, an amiable desk sergeant from the Chicago Police Department. The duo immediately formed a strong connection and commenced a romantic relationship shortly thereafter. In Season 3 of Chicago Fire, viewers had the opportunity to witness the blossoming and escalating romance between the two infatuated individuals. Following a period of dating, Mouch made the decision to advance their relationship to a more significant stage, although not without encountering some obstacles. In the fourth season of Chicago Fire, Mouch purchased a ring with the intention of proposing to Trudy. However, due to his well-known lack of romantic flair, his proposal turned out to be underwhelming. Mouch arrived at Trudy's workplace and presented the engagement ring to her with a poor and unimpressive approach. Trudy was dismayed by Mouch's unpreparedness and reacted with a gasp of terror at his incoherent attempt. The act of proposing is expected to be the most sentimental and affectionate occasion in a woman's life. She informed him before storming away, leaving Mouch astonished and uncertain about the fate of their relationship. Trudy then expressed regret for her previous reaction, stating to Mouch, "That proposal was exceedingly disorganized and lacking in effort. However, you are also in the same situation. However, you possess the qualities of kindness and honesty to the highest degree among all the men I have encountered. I would consider myself extremely fortunate to have the opportunity to claim you as my own." Subsequently, she altered the situation by making a marriage proposal to Mouch instead. Mouch gladly agreed, expressing that marrying her would be his utmost privilege. In the 18th episode of Season 4, titled On the Warpath, Mouch and Trudy got married in a splendid wedding held at Molly's. They were joined by their loved ones from Firehouse 51 and the Chicago Police Department. Plouch has consistently been the most influential duo in the One Chicago series. Who is the daughter of Mouch in the television series Chicago Fire? During the initial season of Chicago Fire, it was revealed to the audience that Mouch had previously engaged in sperm donation as a means to get additional funds. This fact had a substantial impact on his life during Season 3 of Chicago Fire, as he discovered that one of his visits to the sperm bank had led to him having at least one biological daughter somewhere in the globe. Christian Stolt shared photographs of his daughters who bear a strong resemblance to him on a special and heartwarming occasion. Furthermore, a fortuitous incident at the bank led to certain offspring of his discovering his true identity. As a result, he ultimately encountered his daughter, Lizzie, in Season 3, Episode 17, Forgive You Anything. Although they had kept some distance since their encounter, Mouch and his daughter managed to engage in a poignant embrace before parting ways. At what point in time did Mouch assume the role of co-owner of Molly's Pub in the television series Chicago Fire? Following the unfortunate demise of Brian Otis, Zvonsek, Yuri Sardarov, from Firehouse 51 in Season 8, Episode 1, Sacred Ground, Herman, a close associate of Mouch and co-owner of Molly's with Otis, discovered that he was unable of managing Molly's single-handedly. Being the central gathering place of the whole One Chicago franchise, Mouch assumed the responsibility of ensuring that Molly's did not shut down. Following their accounting analysis, Mouch and Trudy acquired Otis' portion of Molly's, so assuming ownership alongside their close associate, Herman. At what point did Mouch have his initial significant encounter with mortality on Chicago Fire? During Season 5 of Chicago Fire, Mouch contemplated the possibility of retiring. In the Season 5 conclusion, My Miracle, Mouch subsequently experienced a myocardial infarction while engaged in combat against a warehouse fire. Herman made fervent efforts to aid his companion, but fans had to endure anticipation till the Season 6 premiere to ascertain his status. Mouch finally survived the warehouse fire and his heart attack, and subsequently returned to the station with renewed energy and motivation after adopting a current health regimen. Realized. The most tragic fatalities on Chicago Fire throughout all 11 seasons. Mouch subsequently delivered an inspiring oration regarding how the conflagration at the warehouse prompted him to consider resigning from his occupation. However, the event underscored the profound value he placed on his comrades and colleagues at Fire Station 51. Mouch clarified that he had not spent sufficient time with his chosen family or his wife, and he decided to remain in order to maximize the amount of valuable time he could spend with them. Does Mouch meet his demise on Chicago Fire? In the Season 11 finale of Chicago Fire, Firehouse 51 engaged in combat with a domestic terrorist group that deliberately ignited a fire at an electricity plant. Mouch was among the initial firefighters to enter the location, but was struck by a bullet during a highly intensive exchange of gunfire with the terrorists. Herman promptly sent him to Chicago Med to receive the necessary medical attention. Initially, Mouch's health appeared to be improving, but it unexpectedly deteriorated significantly following the successful extraction of the bullet. Following the procedure, his bleeding resumed. Chicago Fire Season 12, Comprehensive information. Tryhards were kept in suspense as the sequence abruptly concluded, leaving fans unaware of Mouch's outcome. Can Mouch successfully overcome the challenge once again? To discover the answer, viewers must tune in to Season 12 of Chicago Fire. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe my fast gossip to our channel, and stay with us.